Hi guys, today we're going to do some swatching. So I have some inks and I actually swatched them out here and I'm not sure what happened to the footage, but these are the inks that we're going to sort of look at and play with a bit today. They're pretty much all sample inks from Vanness Pens. And I had signed up for a back in stock notification and then it came through at once that they were all back in stock. So they're ones that I was really excited to try out. You can see the gorgeous sheening there on the Dickinson one. So this is a bit of a different style of swatching or playing with the inks. Sometimes I like to write with them. You know, there's all different ways. You can swab them with cotton buds. I found this nib holder at Jackson's Art, so I normally get the Braw's ones off Amazon, and this one, I think it's the same one, and it's way cheaper. This was only like $2 something. So if you just look up nib holder on Jackson's Art, and then the nib that I'm using is a poster nib, so you can also look that up. I'll try and leave links, but I've just been so busy. And the links are all in the video that I did about nib holders and where to find them. But yeah, things have just been crazy. I haven't even been able to just find a few minutes to voice over this, you know, which is a shorter video for me, and I just haven't been able to get it done. So if the links aren't there, you can either go back to that video or just look them up. So the first ink we swatched is the Diamond Hope Pink, and now we are swatching the Ferris Wheel Press Strawberry Macaroon, and you can see here that when I have trouble with the nib holder, the poster nib getting started, I hold it vertically and then tilt it back almost horizontal to the page, and that seems to get it started if the ink's you know, too fluid. Like you can thicken the ink up with a few drops of gum arabic, but I don't really need to. I'm just kind of trying them out here. And so the next one here is an ink from Winter Inks, and this is Julia. So this is a light pink ink with a gold shimmer in it, and all these inks I was really interested in because they're all different you know, varieties of pink. None of them are exactly the sort of colour that I was exactly looking for, so the search for me will continue, but they are all really nice inks. And I think this just goes to show this is a really good reason why you get the little sample bottles, and it's so nice that they make them available as well, so you know, you can try out the ink. If it's not the one for you, there's just enough there to still do something with, or you can mix them, or you know, use them for different projects, and then you can try something else. This one I really did like. This is the Cream of Earl, I believe, from Ferris Wheel Press. So it's actually a really pale brown, and I put this in my Twisby. But you can see here, like, I'm not really doing anything. I'm sort of doing a little bit of a filigree really loosely, or like an acanthus style, and I'm just kind of showing that you can play around and just enjoy the inks and try them in a variety of ways on the paper. And just don't be scared to, you know, swatch them or do, you know, scribbles, or just do anything. It doesn't have to be hard. I'm really enjoying doing these little lines, just sort of some horizontal lines there. And technically you could sort of write, you know, you could fit 3 or 4 lines in between those, but I'm just kind of enjoying sort of a bolder graphic on the page, and then just a few of those smaller lines. I seem to have done it in quite a few pages with quite a few new inks lately, sort of without even noticing. So I am just going back with a glass dip pen. So I got this one off Amazon. I don't know how I feel about the quality of it. I feel like I've had nicer writing experiences with different dip pens, but this one does serve the purpose of, you know, it's fairly inexpensive, but it serves the purpose of being able to just dip the nib and just have a small amount of ink so you're not wasting much ink, and it's able to write very nicely. I mean, you know, the ink will flow very well off it, so it's not necessarily the smoothest writing experience, but the ink does flow really well off the pen. So it's not a very long video. It's just trying out a couple of new inks. I was actually really excited about this package though, and I'm glad that I was able to try them all out. And let's see, the difference between, I just wanted to touch on the difference between sheening, shading and shimmer inks. So shading inks are when you have the same color, and almost the strawberry macaroon one has that where you get the lighter and the darker version of the same color in your writing. The Sheening Inks is this Emily Dickinson one that I'm writing now, where you get a color and then as the ink dries it creates another color, and so when the light shifts you have two colors, and that's the sheen coming through of the ink. And then you have the shimmer inks, which obviously have, you know, the shimmer particles in them. So the Julia is a shimmer ink. So that's kind of the difference there, and different pens respond well to different inks as well. And yeah, I'm just trying to show you, there's lots of different ways that you can use these inks. So if you have some, you know, some people have quite a few sample bottles sitting there they're not sure what to do with, you can use them up in all sorts of different ways if they don't work in your pens. So you don't have to worry if you got an ink and it didn't quite work. You can use it for something else. Anyway guys, that is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.